제218회 어떻게 바꿔드릴까요?
안녕하세요. Hello everyone and welcome to Arirang TV's Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host Lisa Kelley and sitting beside me looking so metrosexual and looking good actually. I like your shirt.
안녕하세요. I'm Stephen Revere, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being with us and our two students.
Yeah, hello Stephen, hello Lisa, hello everyone. I'm Valentina. 만나서 반갑습니다.
안녕하세요. 저 마커스라고 합니다. It's great to be here. My name is Marcus. Nice to see everybody.
Okay.
Well, while we continue our ongoing war with the clothes and the colors, check out our lesson for today. We're talking more about money.
Wrap it up.
With Lisa
And Stephen.
1달러에 1,100원입니다.
지난달보다 떨어졌군요.
네, 어떻게 바꿔드릴까요?
30만 원은 수표로 나머지는 만원짜리로 주세요.
Alright, we're talking about money again, and before, I think several lessons ago we talked about currency and exchanging. Now we're at that phase again. 1달러에 1,100원입니다. So your dollar, the exchange rate is the equivalent of 1,101.
And we're going to help you guys out with Korean numbers because they are very challenging,
Well,
aren't
money
they?
especially.
So, Korean money, we've got, what is this? What is this? What do we got there?
Just
Can you
call
guys
the
do that?
digit. The digit is
61.
61.
Yuksibwon. Now, you guys live in Korea. This is a lot more challenging for people who don't live in Korea. We deal with this kind of money all the time. What's that say?
860?
861.
How much is that?
54,800.
Yeah, now we get to some stuff that's a little more challenging,
Right.
don't we? Lisa's conveniently separating it for you. Normally in English, where do we put the comma?
Right there.
Here. We put a comma right there. In Korean, they keep the comma in the same place. Why? Because they have to deal with other countries when they deal with money. But what they should do is put the comma right here because
Right.
that's how they count. It's 5만 or 5 10,000s, right? Okay. So then let's get even a little trickier. What is that?
Count to that.
10,000원.
10,000원. Very good. You didn't do the thing that most Americans would end up, or foreigners would end up doing, and that is 10,000원. What we have a tendency to do is always want to put, we want to say one. One.
You just want to count to
or
there.
15. 15 is 15, right? Very good.
Say the man and then count the rest.
Right. So what you don't want to do is start putting ones in numbers. Let's do, again, let's do this really quick. Right? It fell, right? Not to fall, it fell. 떨어졌군요.
네. I didn't know. I'm still sitting here. Okay, let's try saying that, okay? 지난달보다 떨어졌군요.
지난달보다 떨어졌군요.
Good.
지난달보다 떨어졌군요.
So the opposite is to go up, which is 지난달보다 올랐군요.
올랐군요.
올랐군요. 네, 어떻게 바꿔드릴까요? How shall I exchange it for you? So in other words, they're asking you the bills. Do you want hundreds or tens, etc., etc.
어떻게 바꿔드릴까요? 바꾸다 is to change. Okay, so you got this much. How? Change. Then what happens? 주다 or 드리다 is to do something for someone, right? So they're saying, how shall I change this for you? 어떻게 바꿔드릴까요? Okay.
30만 원은 수표로, 나머지는 만원짜리로 주세요. Okay, give me 300,000 won, 30만 원, in 수표s, which is Korean checks, and the rest in 만원s, tens. And here's where it gets kind of confusing.
Yeah, especially since a supyo in Korean is very different from a check. Mostly, at least where I come from, we think of checks as personal checks. However, we're not operating in personal checks in Korea. They're bank checks or cashier's checks only. There are no personal checks here. There may be corporate checks, but not personal.
I like to think of them as money orders because you can also get 1 million won checks and 2 million won checks. And the higher you go, you can actually specify what amount you want. For example, $50,200, something like that. You can actually specify at the bank.
So our vocabulary we had was supyo, and then we had 나머지. 나머지 is the leftovers, the remainders. 남아요 means leftover. 나머지, the remainders, the leftovers. 만원짜리. 짜리. A 짜리 is a bill, right? Or a piece of currency. So a 만원짜리, this is one. Actually, it's one big old 만원짜리, right? So, of course, the rest of them, it's probably maybe 400,000 won, and he wants 100,000 checks, and maybe 10 만원짜리, because, of course, they're much easier to break.
30만 원은 수표로. Cut here. 나머지는 만원짜리로 주세요.
30만 원은 수표로, 나머지는 만원짜리로 주세요.
30만 원은 소표로, 나머지는 만원짜리로 주세요.
All right, let's go on to Korean Insight. Korean Insight. All right, we're in the 미용실, the beauty salon, and today we're going to do someone's hair. And here's designer Steve.
I'm not so familiar with this, so I think I'm going to learn something.
Okay.
All I do is walk in and go, cut 주세요, and that's it.
How would you like your hair done?
드라이 해주세요.
Dry. Okay, she wants it dry.
Okay, we're going to dry her hair.
No, 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 no. She doesn't want to dry her hair. She wants it blow dried. Blow dried,
What's
you know.
this? That's a blow dryer.
No, if you want your hair dried, you say 말려주세요, to dry it, literally. If you say dry 해주세요, that means she wants it blow dried, really pretty. You know,
like
the curls.
styling, so I gotta
Style.
take the comb
Yeah.
and I gotta style it with
Now what would you like?
파마 해주세요.
Mama. She wants a perm.
Now he understands this one. Okay, of course we say a permanent or a perm in English, but they say pama. We don't got any more of those
I
little
don't have any.
cutesy
Give
little
me
things.
the
Okay.
ones out of your hair.
Hey. All right, fine. Okay, 파마 다 끝났습니다. Here you go. Okay, Steven, why don't you go and do your review while I do some more hair?
Okay, now it's time for a review. I see. Okay, our second line here, 떨어졌군요. 떨어지다 was what? To fall. So the cost, the dollar, the price of the dollar fell, right? 떨어졌군요. And then we have 네, 어떻게 바꿔드릴까요? How shall I change it for you? What do you want your money changed into? What kind of bills?
Come on, let me do your hair. Don't you like my hair? I'll do it just like me. Come on. All right, you guys go take a last look at our lesson today. Come here. It look pretty on you.
1달러에 1,100원입니다.
지난달보다 떨어졌군요.
네, 어떻게 바꿔드릴까요?
30만 원은 수표로, 나머지는 만원짜리로 주세요.
All right, that's our lesson for today. And there's something going on here. What's
wrong,
wrong?
Marcus?
what's going on?
성적이 많이 떨어졌어요.
성적표, let's see.
Let's see.
What happened? Oh, they went straight down. But don't worry. 가르쳐 드릴게요.
Yeah.
I'll teach you, right? I'll help you out. I'll teach you.
And
가르쳐
then
드릴게요.
성적을 올려드릴게요. We'll make it rise again.
We'll raise it for you. Yes.
That's right. Thank you for joining us, and we'll help you raise your scores a little higher in this department if you come and join us next time. We promise. See you then. Bye-bye.
And in the meantime,
아리랑TV.com